Right, we're good. I think we're on.
Yes, we are on.
Yeah. Right. My name's Jack Gibbs. I run the High Rollers wheelchair basketball team and Paralympic experience. And we've been given this opportunity to do a live talks on Upstreamedia's YouTube channel. And in the other corner is Rui, who's my friend from Portugal. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rui Pedro. I'm from Portugal, as Jack says. I'm a basketball player since 2005, 2006. Before I used to play basketball on foot, but I had my accident and I start play basketball in a wheelchair. I'm 41 and I love basketball and I knew Jack last year from Paralympic experience, and then I knew high rollers, and it's been great. It's been a good experience with them, changing knowledge and some ideas that we are trying to develop.
Cool. And you played basketball on your feet. How long did you play normal basketball for?
Normal basketball, I played since my nine years till my 18, to 18 when I stopped playing on college. Then I start working, and then I stopped just play for fun. But these last 5 years was playing basketball, and the last 2 years is from just in competition in this championship here in Portugal.
And how did you find wheelchair basketball after your accident, after becoming disabled? How did you find our sport?
I found the wheelchair basketball right after my accident, but I was a little bit afraid to start playing because I have my hopes that we regain my strength and walk again and have my quality life again. But things were not so fast. Then I meet again the same person, and she said, "Was my it's my the president of the club," and she said, "Come and try. You will like it." Then I tried and I liked. I play the first season. I didn't play. I just trained because I was always in the bench, looking
I know that
like
role.
always.
I
Yes,
spend all
that
my life
feeling.
on the bench.
And then now here I am because my feeling of wanted to know more about basketball uh, take me to the videos to YouTube to see Rio 2016, London 2012, and I found some players like
Which
like
players?
Patrick Anderson, Steve Serial, David Yang, so many, Jason Elms, Gooch, whatever, and many other players are that I meet. And the most surprising thing that I found in the wheelchair basketball was the quality that they have in the matter of thinking the game. The game you have always been thinking. It's not so easy as on foot. You don't defend your opponent by the front. You have to defend them in his back. You don't. You have to give him more space to roll because the rollers are our feet, and there are many difference. And it's very exciting to play basketball in wheelchair because we just use half of our body and can do many things. With the half of the body, we can, roll. You can't you just don't can't dunk. But the rest you can do it.
Some players do
It's
use
very
their feet on the floor though to stop. Some players are using a little bit more of their body than they're meant to. But yeah.
some of them there is some controversial, and that we are trying to start talking about if we should bring the normal people to the basketball in the wheelchair. So I have my opinion. It's my opinion that if they
Can we just
didn't if
explain? Sorry, can I cut you short? Just
yeah.
because obviously most people that are watching this, or if anyone's watching it, they probably don't know too much about wheelchair basketball. So, can you explain the
Hmm.
classification system for wheelchair basketball
The
to explain how
classification.
able-bodied people can play, sort of thing?
No, everybody can play. Why everybody
Hmm.
can play? Because if you are tetraplegic and you can move your arms to move the chair, you can play. So
Hmm.
it's not because you are tetraplegic you can't play. If you are
Hmm.
amputated one leg or two legs, you can play. But there is a difference
Hmm.
in the amputates. If it's
Hmm.
behind or up from your knee, it's a different punctuation. The punctuation is from 1 to 4.5. You know, the biggest
Yeah,
punctuation you can have is 4.5, and the lowest
yeah,
is 1. And in the
yeah,
game, I'm quite sure, but it's 14.5 each game. All
yeah.
the players
That's
have to have 4.5 points. So you
yeah,
cannot use 4.5 players 5. You just use
yeah,
2 or 3 and combine all the
hmm,
punctuation between players.
yeah,
You can play without, if you don't have one hand, you can play with another hand. We have the Argentinian guy
yeah,
that plays with one arm, without
yeah.
two legs,
So
one arm.
yes, so just to put it in a different way.
On
So
basketball, on foot, you cannot play with one arm.
no, well,
Yeah.
I've seen a video of someone doing it, but yeah. Um, so for people that don't quite understand the rules, so like if you lose half a leg, you're a 4.5. Like if you're
Hmm.
able-bodied, you start as a 5. Lose half a leg, you're a 4.5. Full leg,
Hmm.
4, and
Hmm.
out of those 5, you have to add 14.5. And
Hmm.
what's your classification, Rui?
My classification is 2.5
Cool, cool.
because I'm not able to have completely strength of my core, and
Hmm.
I'm not having too much strength to the sides. So
Hmm.
I can move my legs, but it's not for walk or something. It's just because I have some reflection in my legs.
And
But
for
it's
dancing.
2.5. Yes, for dancing. Yes, she can carry me on. I'm used to carry her on, but now she carry me on. she will
um,
she will stay waiting for me in the church, not me waiting for her.
and uh, like, what's the? Let me think of a good question. Again, we're freestyling this
Hmm.
really, so just bear with
Hmm.
us. Like, obviously, it's Corona is affecting everything at the
Hmm.
moment. Like before Corona when was happening, you was on lockdown. How often was you training with your club team a week?
Before Corona, I used to play
Hmm.
to train 2 times a week with my team, and more
2 times.
2 times in the gym, more 2 times in the gym, 2 hours in the
Doing like
gym,
weights,
and
things
more.
like that.
Sorry.
To do doing like weights. Is that what you mean by gym, or do you
Weights,
mean in like a
yes,
basketball gym?
weights and some cardio and some weights
Hmm.
for the arms and for the back to gain
Hmm.
some ability to throw.
Hmm.
Okay. So in with the team, it's 2 times a week separately,
Hmm.
not uh, and we play here in Portugal. We play every weekend.
Hmm.
We
Every
have
weekend.
every weekend.
Do you do any training
And
away
Corona,
from
and
your team practice?
if I do
Before
train,
Corona, did you do training away
yes,
from
I start.
your team?
Yes, I'm starting to train on my garage,
Hmm.
doing some spins, some WZLs, and some speeds with the bull. And
Hmm.
on Christmas, I bought some basket to play just for fun. I didn't know about
Hmm.
Corona yet, but I bought it because because I wanted to increase my shot from 45 and from the out of the elbow. And I asked um, my family to give me a basket, and they give me a basket to play outside. So I'm not. I didn't stop before Corona. No, after Corona, I didn't stop, and I already asked a training schedule for my colleagues and my trainer to send me, and he sent me this, and I have some rigid plan in my meal, my diet. I work in McDonald's, but I'm still, still.
Rui works at McDonald's, and they're all obviously shut in the UK, but Rui's isn't shut in Portugal. McDonald's has stayed open.
We
Well,
just
not open,
made
open, but
Uber, just Uber and takeaway. Most part of the restaurants are working, but it's not easy to keep them working. But we are preserving the jobs, and as you know, our economy is not so strong as in UK or USA or something. We have to keep moving, so it's something like
yeah,
this,
yeah,
but it's okay. Corona is coming to show us how we are vulnerable, but we can do
yeah,
some work at home.
yeah, and connect with each other again.
Connecting like this, we are trying to connect
New
and having some
opportunities.
chats. Maybe after this we can know each other better and change more knowledge about basketball. Who knows, one day we can
That's what
be together.
Yeah, that's what the beauty of this is, and Rupert from Upstream has given us the chance to do this, and it's via able-bodied basketball platform. So I'm not sure if people that follow this have seen or know about wheelchair basketball, but it's given us a different platform to see a new audience, sort of thing. So it's quite cool. Yeah, we need to make the most of it.
You already before Corona, I went to UK to see one game of high rollers, and was very exciting for me because I saw there many families and people that are from the family players. And here in Portugal, it's not so usual. We have many crowd in the bench, so sometimes we can invite some schools to see, and the kids, they be very surprised how you can
Yeah,
move the ball and move the chair at the same time.
yeah,
And some
it's
some teachers from the college come, and they say, "Oh, it's awful, man. It's amazing how you can move both things, ball and chair." So it's
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like if you're born without the legs, it's you have to adapt. So now, for us, it's more difficult because we used to walk and now we have to roll. But it's like it is, It's like it is. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
change the chip inside your head, and it's okay. It's okay.
Keep
We have
grinding.
amazing players. We have amazing players that born already without some members, without the hand or without the leg, and they are the best players, I think, because they already have this reality in his life. And we had
Yeah,
other
that's,
players that developed so better, so much, that the physical part, it's more strength than the technical part, but they are good. So in the wheelchair basketball and the on foot basketball, we have same qualities but different ambience,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's different skills, but it's ultimately the same game. And that's what's again good about this platform because, like in the UK, no one knows much about any form of basketball. So, seeing people in wheelchairs play basketball, get the ball in the hoop, people are going to clap. They clap. They don't know if the buzzer's
Like
gone.
it
They
is.
don't know if there's a shot clock violation. They have no clue what's going on. They're just clapping because we've thrown the ball. Whereas basketball players can actually appreciate the skill, the basketball skill, on top of using the wheelchair and playing basketball. So yeah,
And they
it's
ask you how you can do it. The rules are the
yeah, yeah.
same, or the field is the same, the measures and all the things. And I
Is
say,
the
no,
hoop
it's
the
all the
same
same.
height?
Same
Yeah,
high, yeah. So it, I think we can change it, but for me, it's quite a surprise for me to hear you saying that in England people don't know much about wheelchair basketball because England is the world champion. You are the world
Yeah.
champion. You almost
Yeah.
won Rio in 2016, and
Hmm.
you have the Paralympics in 2012. And wheelchair basketball is the queen of the
Hmm.
Paralympic discipline. So for me, it's strange, but because you have so many, how you can say, so many stages, you all,
Hmm.
I see all the all the joinment that you made for the selection, for the women team, for the men's team, for the kids.
Yeah.
When I was in England, coach, the coach of the senior team invite some kids, kids, to come to him to see how they play. So
Yeah.
here in Portugal, it's not so usual to do this. You have
Hmm.
many courts, many small courts, but it's better if you do small things than one large thing. For me,
Hmm.
it's better more often than just once a week, once a month, or once a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it regular. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason we know each other is because saw some of your videos of you playing like wheelchair basketball at an outdoor court and things like that,
Yeah,
and some clips that you'd
we have
made
many
of.
outdoor courts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I like we like that. So a lot of people don't like to use their wheelchairs outside on outdoor courts. One, because they're expensive, and
Mm-hmm.
two, because it damages your chair,
Just
and also
damage
like
the
access
wheels,
to the.
don't damage the chair.
Well, that's
Only
it. I want to
damage
ask you
the.
why you happy to play inside, outside. You don't really care, do you? You just want to play
No, I
basketball
don't care
just to get better.
because I'm doing the same as the other guys do. With imagine if you buy air Chinese, you will keep them under your bed just to preserve them and keep them because this is very expensive pair of shoes. I can use them, or you will take them outside to show them, to show off.
Yeah,
This is my. It's better if I show my wheelchair playing, and what's good because when I was there in the first time when I was to the court outside, they
yeah,
invite me already. Yo, you can come, you can play with us. You play in this
yeah,
team,
yeah.
I play there. So it was nice. It was a little bit strange for them because of the spaces and the wheelchair,
Hmm.
but every Sunday we are there playing. Not now because of the corona, the field is closed, but every Sunday we are there playing, joining,
Yeah,
and they already know. Be careful with him because he shoots well. So they are having some careful now because he
yeah.
can shoot. It's not just the wheelchair; it's
He
the
just can't
player
jump.
now. They know they now they just don't look for the wheelchair. They look for the player. I
Yeah.
think we can gain this battle when we make people look for the player, not for the chair.
Hmm.
See how we can play, see how much we can play, not because we are in the wheelchair.
But that carries on over into life as well, though, doesn't it? That people look at you
Yeah,
like you're a piece of metal on wheels. Like instead of a person, they see a wheelchair before they see a person. Like not
yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
obviously, but the majority. And it's the set. But again, like what you've done on those outdoor courts, not many people have tried that or done that.
No, no, no,
Uh,
no.
for lots of,
My
I know.
team, my I can say you that my team doesn't join me in these adventures. I have a
No, I
team
see. It's
with
always you
12.
alone.
Yes, me and Lassa, or me and alone. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot join my team. I have 12 or 15, whatever, 12 players in my team, but they don't bring the chair to home. We
Hmm.
don't have game on the weekend, they don't bring the chair to say, oh, this Sunday I will play with Rui next to his house or something. No, they don't bring the chair home. They keep the chair on
That's
the
it.
court closed. So it's like work for them. Some of these players,
Yeah.
sorry for saying this, but sometimes they think this as a work thing. I'm
Mm.
just doing this to play. I'm not earn any money, so I don't have many responsibilities on this.
Mhm.
If we keep thinking like this in Portugal, we will never rise up to the A division. Never.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to explain, in basketball, in the World Series, we have three divisions: C, B, and A. So the A division is the only who plays in Paralympic and the World Championships.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. It's a change of
But
mentality, you know.
yeah, that's it. And I think like it's a not new concept, but it's a different kind of avenue to get better at basketball. Like not a lot of people don't want to play
Mm-hmm.
outside. They don't want to be don't put themselves in those situations around normal basketball players.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, but as I can almost guarantee, as soon as you do, they appreciate what you're doing. They can see how talented you are, right? Whatever you're capable of. But people appreciate it quickly if you're put in the situation. Yeah, people need to do it more, like yourself, and people need to see it happens. Like I've done it a few times. Like I don't think it's the best way for wheelchair basketball to be seen, but just for the balls to do it and to just run up and down, like it's a good workout as well. And I think more people should do what you do. And if more people turn
It's
up, like if more people in wheelchairs
mm-hmm.
turn up, then you can just have an able-bodied game, then a wheelchair game, if there's enough people there. But obviously, there's not normally enough people.
I think it's an investment for the future, you know. People who
Hmm.
comes after, we can see that, oh, someone used to play here with a wheelchair. It's possible to play here. If I show that
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is a court outside from the closed courts that we can
Hmm.
play, maybe one day they can join me there.
Hmm.
We can mark a spot, date, an hour, and say, let's go play out there. And after
It's
that,
that
they
simple.
see there, oh, there. It's not so simple, but it's easy.
Yeah, yeah.
You say, oh,
It's
it's not
persistence.
simple,
Same
but
with the
it's
stream.
easy. It's not
Yeah,
simple because people don't think like this, but it's simple. You just bring your chair and the ball. Easy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is that simple. But like, I've been pushing to try and get pickup games. Like I know it's very hard to achieve it, but I'm hoping that the work we're trying to do now, like in 10 years' time, it will be normal to, you know,
No, 10 years, I
that
think
people
five
will
in
know
five
that.
years we can.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
We have to
however
think
long it
as a
takes, but
businessman. Businessman only give
yeah,
5 years to complete his target. So in 5 years, if you don't achieve the targets, it's not worth it. So
okay,
we,
fair enough.
I'm very happy to be part of Paralympic experience and to show off, may make some videos, some show off for Paralympic experience, and use the app Home Court to increase my knowledge and my skills. But sometimes it's a lonely job, you know. Sometimes it's
Yeah, yeah.
very lonely that you are doing something and people sometimes laugh. Oh, there is Rui making another video. Oh, look, look. Oh, he's famous. Oh, look, look. Sometimes I'm in my home court and in the end of my practice with my friends in the training, and Rui
Mhm.
is going to make a video. See, he will not take a bath after the training. He'll make a video shooting.
You can bath
Oh,
at
oh, he's
home.
in Instagram. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I can bath at home. It's
There's no
I
rush
will I
and
will
get some
arrive.
more shots up.
Oh, no rush because this is my time, you know. It's my gap
Hmm.
time out of my reality. In my world, I'm obligated to use wheelchair. I am obligated to do this, do that. But in the wheelchair basketball, we're not obligated to do anything. You just have to play, shoot, pass, play, shoot, pass, jump and slow, whatever, pick and roll, whatever, and find your man. It's easy. It's not
I
so
just sit on the bench. It's
demanding
even
from you.
easier. I just sit and chill.
Easy pass.
Yeah, yeah. Um, uh, tell me why you started making highlight videos and like what made you started you doing that? Because that's how I saw your videos. I was like, this guy isn't just watching the ball go through the hoop; he's actually watching the game and seeing the skill involved. Like that's why I contacted you, and why we're here today.
I started to do this because I was taking attention to some details, you know, how they do this, how it's possible to carry the bull like Terry by water, taking the bull on his lap and move the
Yeah,
chair
yeah,
and make a jump shot or whatever.
yeah.
And then I start to make some moves because I have to understand why they move to there, not why they go in. and I start to see Rio 2006, and after that we had the World Championships, and the World Championships bring me a surprise because I didn't knew the Turkish team. The Turkish team was a surprise for me, and the Japan team was a
Yeah, they're
surprise for
good.
me because the Japanese team, they are not so tall, they are small, but they are very disciplined and fast,
Yeah.
like they used to be. So I started to do this because it was fun to show them and to show my friends. Do you see this game? Ah, I didn't see. Watch this. I saw it. Oh, nice, man. But they didn't put like on my videos. They didn't show the
Ah,
videos to anyone.
it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Then
I
they
need
don't need
I
to.
need the likes one. I need the like one.
Oh, you're addicted to likes. You're all right, man. You don't need
That
them.
was in the beginning. Now I have
Yeah.
other channels to show my videos, and I start to pay attention to some games and some things I do. And it was nice to make videos because I can learn from the videos. I can see some beautiful things from the videos. Now I'm
Yeah.
trying to connect videos, the basketball on foot and basketball in the wheelchair.
How's that
I
going?
think that it's going well because this past week I have seen some games from New York Knicks against Chicago Bulls, and New York Knicks were losing the game because they were defending in the back of the player and the bull, and the Bulls were capable to put always the ball down, and they changed the defense to put always on the front of the player. So I think this is possible in the wheelchair basketball if you keep your chair always in the contact to the other chair, because
Yeah.
it's not
Stop
possible you
chairs.
to reach. Yes, it's not possible you to reach the ball in front of you if someone is blocking you. Just
Yeah.
block,
Yeah.
just stay quiet. So it's interesting position for me to try next season, and maybe I don't like that game that it's like the ball fast to the front to the highest guy and put inside. I don't see many things like this as useful to learn basketball. It's easy basketball. It's not complex. And the videos brings me some knowledge about some coaches, Coach Hatch from GB and from Turkish and from Japan too, and from Germany.
Coach Hadge from High
Yeah,
Rollers as well.
yeah, yes,
Coach Hadge from High Rollers. He's a good coach.
it's a good coach, and he has some discipline. And it was amazing for me that he won the 2018 World Cup with the youngest players ever. I think they have Brett, Greg, Jama didn't roll. Bywater didn't roll. Gas didn't come in, and he only won the game with that guys, with five
Yes, but
guys.
but there's a whole history of
See,
like
there is a whole
why those
history.
five guys.
Oh,
If it weren't for
yes.
those other guys, they wouldn't have, been a
No, no,
long
no, no.
progress to
No,
get to those five
before
guys. Like it's
before the game between GB and USA was the game GB Turkey was 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 very difficult, and Bywater was there, you know.
Bywater loves
Bywater
playing
was,
against Turkey.
yes, loves because
Money time.
it was a battle team between him and the other guys, the famous guy from
Gerbalak.
Turkey. Yeah, Gerbalak. Yes, it was a tough game, but Bywater come from the bench. It was 2 periods in the bench, and the third and the fourth period, he won the game.
He could
So
come on for the last 3 minutes of a game and win. I
yeah,
think he's always ready to win. He loves it.
always he loves it
Clutch.
to play like this. I think he loves to play in pressure.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's boring otherwise. It's too easy for him. You
Just a
okay?
moment. Sim, pode. Põe em cima.
His personal assistant brings him
Yeah.
some food or something.
No food. Was my sister. So this is it's amazing for me these last 2 years, and this last year was more amazing because I have here in Portugal the high rollers. playing for us, teaching us how to win. They win us 2 times, 3 times. It was amazing because we lose 3 times, and we lose quite well because my trainer was always saying, "Oh, they are the world champions," and I said, "No, this is they are
We are not. We're very far from
they
that level. Your
world
team's just
champions are
shit.
not these guys."
Sorry to swear, Rupert. Sorry. Um, sorry, I don't mean to dish your team either. But they are.
No, they are very good. They are good here in Portugal. We are good here, and we have just to improve some things, some knowledge, and bring
This is what's
some.
ridiculous because, sorry to cut in, but we went to Portugal because Rui organised an event for something for us to play at. And they have all the facilities in the world, better facilities than most teams in the UK, but they don't even know how to shoot a basketball. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, what's going wrong? Like, you have everything you need. You have storage for chairs. You have the court. You have everything. You even have a coffee machine. Like, but you don't know how to shoot a basketball. Like, come on.
If
Not
you
you,
say
but
if you say that UK they don't know about anything about wheelchair, imagine in Portugal what they know about wheelchair basketball. Nothing. All
no,
your
yeah, well,
players.
that's what needs to change because they have everything. Like, you have well, where you are, you have a great facility, and I've been to Portugal before to play basketball, and again, they had great facilities, but the team was useless. Like, um, again, I'm saying
The
this from
knowledge,
sitting on the bench,
as
but
as I told you, it's not easy to achieve some level, some high level, if the players don't want to achieve that level. You can have the
well,
best trainer in the world.
if they don't know it's possible, though, I think some people don't think it's how possible it is.
It's
Like, if you
possible.
literally, if you try, you can do it. It's not, and even if you don't have that much talent, you can still be very,
Yeah, you
very
can
good at
still.
sport if you dedicate your life to it. Like, it's
You
not,
can only
it's
defend.
hard,
You
yeah,
can
for
only attack.
dedication, but
Dedication. It's quite simple for us.
yeah,
Do it.
but
But
knowledge as well.
role
Like, people,
knowledge as
yeah,
well. You have to
people need
be
to know.
humbled to receive something from the other side. Not just saying that this is like this, like this, like this. No, you have to absorb something, to see some
Yeah,
games too.
yeah. Do you know how long we've been talking? We're meant to have a 15
I
minute slot.
think we have been talking for 1 hour and
No,
1 hour and mm, just a moment.
can't be one
We
hour.
start at
You was late.
19. No, 1 hour. No, 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
40
Oh,
minutes.
okay. Um, yeah, we're just talking. We haven't even tried to talk
Yes,
about
you
anything.
just you can talk me about your plans with Charlie and with the eye rollers, what they want to do with the new Star Rising Charlie. I saw him in
Well,
the game, and I think that he have many abilities to reach a good place in wheelchair basketball in GB. So it's
I
it's not
agree.
easy. I think it's not easy, but what do you think about it?
I think just speaking on Charlie, I think the world's his
Hmm.
oyster in regards to not just basketball but life. Like, he's the he's the most sensible person in our team, and most responsible, and
Hmm.
he's 14 years old. Like, he's more responsible than his father, that's for sure. Like,
Hmm.
Charlie looks after all of us, and he's only 14. So yes, he's very good at basketball, and I think he's going to be, if he wants to be, he can be one of the best in the world, like, easily.
Hmm.
If he continues to have the commitment that he does now. Um, but yeah, like, his his prospects are pretty big, I think, and I know that he's working hard at the moment as well. I know that he's working hard at the moment in this
He's in
lockdown
lockdown. He's
situation.
in lockdown. Hmm.
Yep, but I know that he's working out a lot, not a lot, but you know what he should be doing, and probably a little bit more because he's keen. Um, and I think he can go as far as he wants with basketball. But again, we've given him a lot of opportunities that most kids his age, even as able-bodied, they would have them able-bodied. Like say, young lads that play for a football team, they might go to Holland for a football tournament, or little trips like that, or a rugby trip to France or something. But most disabled kids won't get that opportunity, and it's not just about the sport; it's the life lessons you learn going away from home, from your mum and your safe zone, or whatever it is. Like, but we've
Which punctuation
given
is
him.
which
Sorry,
classification is Charlie's
he's
classification?
he's a 3 or 3.5 or a 3, and he's got problems with his hips. I'm not quite
It's
sure
not
what it
easy.
is, if I'm honest.
It's not an easy classification.
No, it's not. But there's lots of in the 3-pointers. That's because that's where I want to say hybrids, but I think that's the wrong word. But like 3-pointers are like the answer to wheelchair basketball because they're very talented. They're
Yeah, I
not
know my
completely disabled, but they've got, you know, they're
all
very
the
able.
abilities, physical abilities. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
use
like
all
upper
part
body
of the body.
abilities. Yeah, especially if you're gifted in like length, and same as any other basketball, if you're gifted in length and things like that. I've just seen a video flash up in the corner. I think Rupert's trying something. Uh,
Yeah, Rupert is
um,
trying to make this more beautiful.
oh man, it's amazing! Like it's absolutely amazing, and that's like how we've ended up here. Like last week, he was trying to interview Mariska for me on behalf of me because I can't be asked or whatever. Like, and
We
then Rupert's
now you have
contacted
a
me
job.
telling me, yeah, like Rupert's giving me I have to do it myself. I don't have I don't have no choice. But it's
I
good.
think that you have to deal with this part that you are a leader, you know. Now you are a leader.
We 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 have to deal with
Yes,
this.
yes. We have to deal with this, but we have to just one leader, you know. Just one leader to take this carry on to show people, to bring people, and I think we need more youngest players in our experience to show that the old guys that are home or not home, that the world is rolling. If they
Everyone
don't
should
catch
be
the
at
train,
home.
they will
Stay home.
lose.
Stay safe.
Now they stay home, but after this,
Stay safe.
they can come out. They can come out. Now after this, I will stay more 1 month home because I'm not sure if this ends in the end of the lockdown. You know, I'm not hoping this.
Uh,
No, no,
we'll be
no,
all
no. I
right.
don't trust in
We'll
corona.
keep.
I don't trust in corona.
um, so you said Paralympic experience a few times. I'm just going to explain what that is a little bit. Um, so I had this website probably. I've been in a wheelchair 15 years. I probably had this website 10 years, if not longer, but never done anything with it because I've been busy playing basketball. But I've always had the idea of giving something back to the real Paralympians that are out there training every day tirelessly, like day and night for years, like to get to their goal. And they have, in my opinion, not enough recognition, but recognition during their careers. But once it's over, it's over. Like, and I know that applies for most sports, but again, adding a disability factor. I'm not playing a sob card, but it adds into the pressure of like what they're going to do for work, how they're going to have funds, like how, like as an able-bodied basketball players, if they spend their young years dunking, their knees are going to be messed up. Their backs are going to be sore. Like it's going to affect their life. And same with wheelchair basketball, it affects your body long term as well if you don't look after it, do it like correctly. The plan with Paralympic Experience is to give a platform for not only retired Paralympians but Paralympians, and to give them a job, or not a job, but a way to make money by doing talks or like I don't know what the word is, like workshops or whatever. Like just
Yeah.
give them something to do basically, but also in the process give younger players like Charlie from High Rollers opportunities to really give themselves the best chance of becoming one of them Paralympians. if they do the right things in the early days, and not just if they're gifted, but they're putting the work in, they're trying their best. We want to help support them in their dream sort of thing, and not for any personal gain of ours, apart from maybe in 30 years when they retire, that we'll be getting a little bit of cut from the money that they make doing talks or stuff via Paralympic Experience. And again, I've seen there's other agents, if you want to call them that, out there that like pimp out Paralympians or whatever, but they're taking most of the money from the job. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a guy sitting in an office. Like, he hasn't spent how many hours in a basketball hall or lifting weights or eating the boring salads and things like that. They've done nothing. So the reason we've set this up is to give, so like the cut will be 80% for the player, whatever they do for Paralympic Experience, they get most of the money. We get a small cut to continue to give back to the bigger picture sort of thing, is to give a platform.
Like more a foundation.
Yeah. None of it's to make make the Paralympians money, yes, but not to make us money.
It's not for the money. It's for the people, the players.
But yeah, for the sport, like just for the sport itself, really, to be honest. Because like Simon Munn, like if no one knows who he is, I think they should know. He's been to 7 Paralympics. Like I think it's possibly a record. Like that's a long time. He's dedicated his life to one thing,
to Paralympics,
and and he retired, and he then became a builder, not a builder, but and now he is like, because of the sort of person he is, he's now like the manager, or not a boss, but he's at the top of the chain of a building company because of the sort of person he is. But when he stopped playing wheelchair basketball for the country, that was him done. Like, I think he should be on talk shows, like sports shows, like being interviewed. Like, not only is he, again, dedicated his life to the highest level of sport, like he's seen a lot of the world and like traveled and stories. Like, he's got something to say, but he's just not just in an office. Like, he's spending time with his family and kids, which is what he's possibly missed out on. But
of course,
like, his time should be worth a lot of money, a lot
of money.
People should know who he is. Like, in my opinion, he's like, a sporting hero for the sport, for what he's done.
You have to bring him to our interviews.
Well, he's old school. He can barely send a text, I don't think. But maybe we'd have to get someone to set it up for him, his son. But yeah, like, I don't want to give any people too much hassle, because I know they're busy and they're busy getting on with their lives. But there's a lot we can do with this platform and everything else we're doing. So yeah, it's good. Corona's
Jack,
not good.
I think you will have a surprise from some players, or from many players, that you think that they don't have time, or they don't want to do it, or they are very, busy with their things, because these things, they are not used to do it. They're not used to talk about basketball. Just just between them they talk, but to outside they don't talk about basketball, I think.
Well, they don't have to. They're busy. That's what I mean. They're working on their craft. We need nothing. Like, that's what I mean. They should be. They don't need to do anything yet. They're so busy.
Yes, they don't need to do, but maybe they would like to do it. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. But I just
no one presented them to this. No one presented them to the, you can work in a talk show about wheelchair basketball every weekend.
Yeah.
You are interested? Yeah. And he said, yes, I'm interested. Like the old football players.
Yeah, sorry, I've got to cut it short. We've been told we've got to end it short and
go out,
because basically there's the power. The guy that runs this, Rupert, he had a power cut. So luckily, thanks to Richard and Sarah, who are letting them use electric from their house, want to shut their doors because it's getting late and cold. So we're cut short, which is probably a good thing as well. So yeah, appreciate it, Rupert. Appreciate it, Richard and Sarah. And appreciate it, Rui, as well. And
thank you, Jack, for this opportunity. Charlie.
No worries, man. Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao, Rupert.